Hi, I'm Lynne McTaggart, and I want to talk to you about the vagus nerve. You're probably hearing about it from all kinds of places on the internet, and you're hearing about good vagal tone, and you're probably wondering what on earth is that, and can I reach optimum vagal tone? Well, the answer is you can, and let me explain a little bit about what the vagus nerve is. Your nervous system has an opposing operation, and the vagus nerve controls that. It's the longest nerve in your body. It starts in your neck. It makes pit stops at all the major organs of your body. And as I say, it controls those opposing forces in your nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for our reactions to threat, fight or flight or freeze, and our parasympathetic actions, which are all of the rest and digest aspects of our body, those calming aspects that create all of the functions in our body when they're working optimally without us even knowing it. There's a third function too, which is safety and connection. Now, the vagus nerve also controls our heart rate variability. When we inhale, our heart speeds up a little bit. When we exhale, it slows down. And the vagus nerve controls that. The heart rate variability and measuring that is a great way to determine whether or not we have optimal vagal tone, which is a really good dynamic between sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. All of this goes out of whack when we have a trauma. And that trauma doesn't have to be an earthquake. It can also be that teacher that embarrassed you when you were 7 and told you you were stupid at math. It can be the parents who screamed at you or worse. It can be other authority figures who put you down. Or it can be major traumas too. Anything like that, even grief, will upset your vagal tone. But the good news is there are loads of ways of reestablishing a good balanced vagus nerve. And there are plenty of physical ways, things like just slow breathing, even certain yoga positions. And I'm going to teach some of those in my upcoming Broughton Hall retreat happening in early September. And by the way, we've had 2 last-minute cancellations. So if you are hoping to come and you've left it pretty late, there's still places in the main Broughton Hall itself that are available. Anyway, there are physical ways to do this with breathing, with meditation, with yoga, and they do help, but there's an even simpler way, and that is the power of love. Love is the aspect that our bodies were designed to achieve. We were built for love. When we love, when we connect, whether that is with one person or a small group, even a large group, our bodies regularize and our vagus nerve goes into that third mode of operating with safety and connection. We release more oxytocin, the love hormone, and our vagus nerve goes back to normal. How do we do that? Well, one of the simplest ways is with a Power of 8 group. It's not all about intention. It's not all about getting what you want in your health or your finances or your job. It's also about establishing the kind of love and connection you don't normally achieve in our modern lives. So when you create a Power of 8 group, and that's really the cornerstone of my work, you also establish health, connection, safety, good vagus nerve, and this is a virtuous circle. So what I'm really saying is an example of that wonderful adage created by the Beatles and by spiritual masters throughout the centuries, which is all you need is love. Thanks for listening.